Well, let's discuss this now. Joining us on the news at 10 on the alleged killings and promises to come back for appraisal is Reverend Dr Gideon Para-Mallam. He is the president and CEO, the Gideon and Funmi Para-Mallam Peace Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the news. First off, let me ask you, how true is the story?
Thank you. Can I just hear your question again?
I'm asking you, how true is this report? Because if you take a look at what you're saying, they're saying that the terrorists may attack again despite previous attacks. Why is it so? What are the people telling you?
Yeah, report, unfortunately, yesterday, the 30th of December 2022, we had the privilege of visiting the people of Kaguru to condole them, to encourage them, to drum the message of peace. And then we went to two of the communities that were attacked, and particularly at Malagum, some of the survivors and the victims actually approached me and they said, look, we are getting phone calls with threats that they are not done with us yet. They plan to come back again and attack us. And this call was received yesterday at 9:05 a.m. And we were there in the afternoon. So you could see that they were visibly shaken and not happy about these threats and development. But I also confirm that some of the people that were killed, the attackers left with their phones, and some of the phones they stole from the Malagum community. They used those phones to call the people, access numbers, and call them and issued warnings that they will be coming back again.
So the question I'd like to ask you is, from your interactions with the survivors, help us better understand what the situation is like right now. Are people returning to their communities again, or have there been reports made to the security personnel, the police, for instance, or vigilante groups?
Yeah, again, let me ask, because you're a bit faint, so sometimes I'm straining myself to listen. What exactly did you ask now?
I'm asking that when the survivors told you about the calls they've been receiving, particularly the instance you gave, which was at 9:05 a.m. yesterday, have they made official reports to the police, to ensure that security is guaranteed? And help us better understand the condition of the survivors now.
Yeah, okay, it's a very good question. The truth is that yes, I am aware that the authorities were notified, but no specific report yet has been made to the police. Notified the Special Task Force, that's the military Operation Safe Haven that is operating in southern Kaduna. I also need to make a word here that actually, since the last unfortunate attack, we were able to establish that the military has been combing the forests and the areas, and they have been on the move. So they are aware of this threat, and one is hoping, as we appealed yesterday, that they will do everything they are able to do to make sure that we do not of what the people of southern Kaduna, particularly Kaguru Kaura local government, experienced on the 13th of December and on the 18th of December, in which nearly 40 people were killed. Now, if I may say this also, that since those attacks, a lot of the people there are heavily traumatized. They are not able to sleep in their homes. Most of the homes have been burned, properties destroyed, so they don't even have shelter. And it's to hope that, to quite frankly thank TVC for getting this news out and to see what the government needs to do and to move swiftly to provide shelter and security for these people. You can imagine a 70-year-old victim yesterday pointing to his leg. He had a major wound on his leg because he had to run into the bush over 70. He fell and he wounded his leg. And he said, how can I, a 70-year-old plus man, be sleeping in the bush?
Indeed, our hearts are with them. I'm afraid we might have to leave the conversation here and allow the security operatives ensure that a reprisal attack does not happen. Reverend Dr. Gideon Para-Mallam, President and CEO, the Gideon and Funmi Para-Mallam Peace Foundation, thank you so much for talking to us on TVC News at 10.